All right, so today we're diving deep into Inner Mongolia.
Okay.
And no, we're not talking about like yurts and, nomadic herders.
Right.
We are going deep on their emergence as like a potential AI powerhouse.
Oh, wow.
And I got to be honest, when you sent me all these articles and reports, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
It's not the first place you think of.
No, not really. But let me tell you, once I started reading, I was pretty blown away.
Yeah.
This region is like seriously setting themselves up to be major players in the AI world.
Yeah, they're really leveraging some unique advantages.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Okay.
What makes Inner Mongolia so special in this whole AI thing?
Yeah.
First off, the talent pool.
Mm-hmm.
Over 4 million STEM graduates every year.
It's an incredible number.
That's a crazy number.
Yeah.
But is it just quantity, or is there something special about these grads that like makes them really good for AI?
Yeah, that's the key question, right? It's not just about raw number. A lot of these graduates are coming from programs that are very specifically geared towards AI and machine learning.
Okay.
Heavy emphasis on things like data analysis,
Hmm.
algorithm development, the kind of problem-solving skills that are really crucial in the AI field.
So they're not just like churning out generic tech grads.
No.
They're making specialists
Exactly.
primed and ready for AI.
Future architects of AI.
Wow. Okay,
Okay.
so that's impressive.
Yeah,
But all that brain power needs fuel,
of course.
literally. And that's where I got really interested. The
Okay.
energy, the resource.
Inner Mongolia is sitting on a wealth of renewable energy sources,
Okay.
primarily wind and solar.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means is that they can power these energy-hungry data centers
Right.
way more sustainably and at a lower cost than a lot of other regions.
So much cheaper to run these huge AI algorithms.
Oh, yeah. Think about the computational power
Yeah.
that's needed to run these massive AI algorithms.
Exactly.
So access to cheap, clean energy.
Huge.
Huge advantage.
So green energy is powering the AI revolution.
It is.
But it's not just about being eco-friendly, right?
Right.
It also affects the bottom line.
Absolutely. Lower energy costs mean lower operating costs for companies.
Mm-hmm.
Makes Inner Mongolia a really attractive location for startups and investors.
Yeah.
And it's not just the energy.
Right.
The overall cost of living is significantly lower compared to places like Beijing or Shanghai,
Okay.
meaning companies can really stretch their budgets.
You get a lot more bang for your buck,
Exactly.
which is super important in this competitive AI world.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so we've got a super skilled workforce, we've got abundant renewable energy, we've got lower costs.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to sound like a recipe for success here.
Yeah.
But talent and resources, they need direction.
They need a vision.
Right, and that's where the vision for Inner Mongolia's AI future comes in.
And it's a compelling vision.
Okay.
It's not just happening organically. The government is actively promoting Inner Mongolia as a tech hub,
Okay.
particularly for AI and big data.
Wow.
They're offering incentives, they're providing subsidies, they're investing heavily in infrastructure.
Really?
Basically, they're creating the perfect conditions
Wow.
for AI companies to flourish.
They are all in on this.
They're not dipping their toes, they're diving in head first.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
So it's almost like they're saying, hey, world, we're not just a region with a bunch of resources. We're a region that's ready to lead the way in AI.
yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And one of the most fascinating parts of this whole vision for me was the
Yeah.
story of the AI oasis in the Gobi Desert.
It sounds like science fiction,
I know, right?
but it's real.
An AI hub in the desert?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to make sense.
It seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, what's the thinking there?
Well, it's about turning perceived disadvantages into advantages.
Okay.
So this project is spearheaded by an entrepreneur named Li Ming.
Okay.
And she's really leveraging the desert's unique characteristics.
Well, like what?
Well, remember all that abundant renewable energy we were talking about?
Yeah.
Well, her facility is entirely powered by nearby wind farms and solar arrays.
Oh, wow.
It's a showcase for sustainability, and it's a testament to her ingenuity.
It's like a picture in my mind right now.
Yeah.
Rows and rows of solar panels stretching across this barren landscape.
Yeah.
And it's powering cutting-edge AI research.
It really is a striking image.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's not just about the visuals.
Right.
This AI oasis is attracting startups from all over the world,
Right.
drawn by the affordability, the access
Mhm.
to renewable energy, and the proximity to Beijing's tech ecosystem.
So it's like a sweet spot.
It's a strategic sweet spot.
Yeah, and speaking of strategic, I read about this graduate Zhang Wei.
Oh, yeah.
He developed algorithms specifically for arid regions.
That's right.
Like that's a direct result of being located in the desert.
Exactly. Zhang Wei's story really highlights how Inner Mongolia is using its environment to its advantage.
Okay.
So his algorithms use a combination of machine learning and environmental data analysis.
Mm.
And they're being used to help farmers predict drought conditions, optimize irrigation, increase crop yields, even in these really challenging conditions.
So it's AI tailored to the specific needs of the region.
Absolutely it is.
Wow. And what about the herders?
Oh, yeah.
Like AI for herding?
It's fascinating, right?
Yeah.
Applying AI to these traditional practices.
It's amazing. What kind of data are they collecting?
So they're using AI-powered drones and sensors to track animal movements,
Wow.
monitor their health.
Okay.
And this data helps herders make better decisions,
Right.
leading to healthier livestock and improved productivity.
Okay, so how are the herders responding to this?
Well, you can imagine some are hesitant.
Right.
Change is always a little bit scary.
Of course.
But a lot of them, especially the younger generations, they're eager to embrace these technologies.
Yeah.
Because they can make their lives easier
Okay.
and their work more efficient.
So it's not just about replacing jobs.
No.
It's about making people better at what they already do.
That's a crucial point. Inner Mongolia's approach to AI isn't about replacing humans.
Right.
It's about augmenting human capabilities
Okay.
and finding innovative solutions to real-world challenges.
So it seems like Inner Mongolia is going all in.
Yeah.
They're attracting global talent. They're building this amazing sustainable infrastructure. They're fostering this culture of innovation. They're tackling real-world problems.
Yeah.
It's not just about building an AI oasis. It's about building a future where AI is empowering communities and driving sustainable growth.
You're absolutely right. And that's what makes this story so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not just about the technology.
Right.
It's about a region leveraging its strengths to create a better future for itself and for the world.
Yeah. This is already blowing my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the talent, the resources, the vision, the commitment to sustainability.
Hmm.
What else is going on here?
Well, the AI oasis is just one piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
They're modernizing agriculture, they're developing their rare earth and energy resources,
Okay.
and they're implementing these really ambitious ecological restoration programs to combat desertification.
Wow.
It's a multifaceted approach.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's like they're weaving together economic development and like technological advancement and environmental sustainability all into one.
Okay, so let's untangle some of those threads.
Okay.
You mentioned modernizing agriculture and animal husbandry.
Yeah.
What does that actually look like? Are we talking like robotic tractors roaming the steppes?
Not quite robotic tractors, but you're not far off.
Okay.
They're incorporating AI into every stage,
Okay.
from livestock management to land optimization.
So give me an example.
Sure. So they're using AI-powered sensors to monitor soil conditions,
Okay.
which helps farmers decide which crops to plant where for optimal yield.
So it's all about using data to make smarter decisions,
Great.
to get the most out of the land while minimizing that environmental impact.
Yeah, especially in a region that's prone to desertification.
Right,
It's
exactly.
really important.
And it goes beyond just data analysis too, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What else?
They're developing AI-powered irrigation systems
Okay.
that respond to real-time weather patterns and soil moisture levels.
So it's like a feedback loop almost
Yeah.
between the environment and the technology.
Exactly. Each one informing the other.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But what about animal husbandry? You said AI is being used there too.
Yeah, so imagine this. You've got drones equipped with thermal imaging cameras.
Okay.
They're scanning herds of livestock,
Okay.
and they can identify animals that are sick or distressed.
Hold on. So they can spot a sick animal just from its temperature?
Yeah, even before any visible symptoms appear.
That's wild. What happens next?
So the AI flags the animal to the herder,
Okay.
and the herder can then intervene early,
Gotcha.
potentially preventing the spread of disease to the whole herd.
So it's more humane and it's more efficient?
Exactly. Proactive care rather than reactive treatment.
I like it. Okay, so they're also developing rare earth and energy resources.
That's right.
Which, honestly, that raises some red flags for me,
I understand.
especially when we're talking about sustainability.
Sure, the potential for environmental damage is definitely there.
Yeah.
But what's encouraging is that Inner Mongolia seems to be taking a very conscious approach.
Okay, so what are they doing differently?
Well, they're not just digging up everything they can find.
Right.
They're really prioritizing responsible resource management.
Okay.
And they're integrating new technologies to minimize that environmental footprint.
So it's not just about extraction, it's about extraction done right.
Precisely.
Do you have some examples?
Sure. They're investing heavily in renewable energy to power their mining operations.
Okay.
which reduces their reliance on fossil fuels.
Makes sense.
And they're also exploring innovative extraction techniques that minimize land disturbance and water pollution.
That's good.
And they're prioritizing the development of downstream industries that add value to those rare earth minerals.
So it's not just about exporting raw materials.
Yeah.
It's about building a whole new sector of the economy.
Exactly. They're thinking long-term.
They're thinking about the future.
Yeah, creating a sustainable model for resource development.
It's not just dig it up and ship it out.
No, not at all.
Which we see a lot of.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, so it's interesting how this all ties back to their focus on sustainability.
It's a common thread.
Yeah, it seems like it's woven through everything they're doing.
It is.
But we haven't even touched on, like, the ecological restoration programs.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
One of the most impressive initiatives is the 3 North Shelter Belt Program.
Oh, okay.
It's a massive reforestation effort.
What?
Aimed at combating desertification.
Wow.
They're planting trees on an epic scale.
Really?
Literally trying to build a green wall against the encroaching desert.
A green wall across northern China.
It's a bold vision.
It is bold. Is it working? I mean, planting trees is one thing,
Right.
but reversing desertification seems impossible.
It's a monumental task.
Yeah.
And it's a long-term project. But they're seeing results.
Okay, good.
The newly planted forests are helping to stabilize the soil,
Okay.
reduce wind erosion, and even improve water retention.
That's great.
It's a slow process,
Yeah.
but they're making progress.
And they're using AI to help
Yeah.
AI for reforestation. How does that even work?
Well, they're using AI to analyze satellite imagery
Okay.
to identify the best locations for planting trees.
So they know where to plant.
Yeah, taking into account things like soil type, water availability, prevailing wind patterns.
Oh, smart.
And they're using drones to plant seeds more efficiently and monitor the health of the new forests.
So they're maximizing the impact of their efforts?
Exactly, making sure the trees they plant have the best chance of survival.
It's a really cool combination of human effort and tech innovation.
Yeah, it is.
But all this development, all this ambition, it's not happening in a vacuum.
No, it's not.
They're building partnerships. They're strengthening regional and international cooperation.
Yeah, they're actively engaging with neighboring countries like Mongolia and Russia,
Okay.
particularly in the areas of energy mining and agriculture.
So they're thinking regionally.
Yeah, it's about sharing knowledge, coordinating efforts, creating a win-win situation for everybody.
So they're being a good neighbor.
They are a responsible global citizen.
And it makes strategic sense, too, right?
Oh, absolutely. By building these strong relationships with neighboring countries, they're creating a more stable and prosperous region.
Which benefits everyone.
Exactly. It's a smart move, ethically and economically.
It's incredible how much they're doing.
It is.
How much they're accomplishing.
Yeah.
They're not just focusing on one area, they're tackling multiple challenges at the same time.
Yeah, and they're doing it with an eye towards sustainability and long-term growth.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why people are calling this like an AI revolution.
Yeah.
It's more than just technology. It's
Yeah.
a fundamental shift in mindset, like a willingness to embrace new ideas and a commitment to creating a better future.
It's a shift from a resource-based economy to a knowledge-based economy, from extraction to innovation,
I like it.
from isolation to collaboration.
It is an exciting time for Inner Mongolia.
It really is.
And this could be a model for other regions around the world.
Absolutely.
So it's a story of transformation.
It is.
Of ambition,
Yeah.
of ingenuity.
Absolutely.
But amidst all this talk about AI and technology, I'm curious about the human impact.
Of course.
How are people's lives actually being affected by all these changes?
That's the question that always brings me back to these stories.
Yeah,
You know, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of new technology,
right.
but we can't forget about the people.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is the heart of the story, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
So we've talked about this like grand vision for Inner Mongolia, all the innovative strategies, the technological leaps. But at the end of the day, this is about people.
Absolutely.
How are their lives actually changing in the middle of all this?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is. It's not just about algorithms and data centers.
Yeah. It's about people's livelihoods, their families, their futures.
Exactly. And their hopes and their fears.
What are you seeing in the research? How are people experiencing all of this change?
Honestly, it's a mixed bag.
Okay.
There's definitely some apprehension,
That makes sense.
especially among the older generations.
Right, yeah.
You know, the people who have spent their lives working in more traditional industries like agriculture and herding.
Yeah, change can be scary.
It can be. especially when it involves technology that feels unfamiliar.
Or threatening.
Or threatening, exactly.
Yeah, that fear of being replaced by a machine,
Yeah.
of your skills becoming obsolete.
Right.
It's a real concern.
It is a very real concern for a lot of people.
But is there any, good news?
Yeah, there is. There's also a lot of excitement.
Okay, good.
Especially among the younger generations.
Okay.
They're not seeing AI as this threat. They're seeing it as an opportunity.
That's great.
They're eager to learn new skills.
Yeah.
They want to be a part of this.
To be on the cutting edge.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not just about job displacement.
Right.
It's about creating new opportunities,
Right.
new pathways for people to thrive in this new economy.
Exactly. And, it's not just about individual advancement either. It's about community upliftment.
So it's a rising tide lifts all boats kind of situation.
It really is.
Yeah.
And remember Zhang Wei.
The guy who developed algorithms for arid regions.
That's the one. He's not just working in some fancy lab in Beijing.
Right.
He's back in his village using his skills to help farmers like his own family adapt to climate change and improve their livelihoods.
So he's using his knowledge to give back.
Exactly.
To help his community.
Yeah, and AI can really bridge that gap
Yeah.
between urban and rural communities.
Right. Bringing those benefits of technology to the people who probably need it the most.
Exactly. And it's a reminder that AI isn't just a tool for big corporations.
Right.
It can be a really powerful force for good in the world.
And it's not just him.
No, not at all. There are so many stories of young people using their AI skills to solve local problems.
Yeah.
To create businesses, to improve the lives of their communities.
They're not waiting for someone else to come fix things.
Nope. They're taking charge of their own future.
That's awesome.
It is. It's a powerful reminder that innovation can come from anywhere.
From anyone.
Yeah, anyone.
Yeah.
It's about creativity. It's about determination and a willingness to embrace new ideas.
And I think that's what makes this whole story so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about Inner Mongolia becoming a global AI powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the potential for AI to empower people everywhere to make a more equitable and sustainable world.
It's a story of transformation, isn't it?
It is.
Not just for Inner Mongolia, but for all of us.
Yeah.
How we think about technology in our lives.
It really makes you think.
It does. It challenges us to look beyond the hype and the fear and the headlines to see the real impact, the human impact of AI.
And it reminds us that the future of AI isn't set in stone.
It's not. It's something that we create together.
Through our choices, our actions, our values.
Exactly. Inner Mongolia is showing us one possible path.
And it's a path with both challenges and opportunities.
That is.
So it's a story that's still being written.
Yeah.
And it's a story that we're all a part of.
Absolutely.
And I think it's up to all of us to make sure that AI is used for good. That it benefits all of humanity, not just a select few.
That's a great point. I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Inner Mongolia's journey is a powerful reminder that innovation can happen in the most unexpected places.
It can.
And that technology, when used wisely and ethically, can really make a difference.
It can be a force for positive change.
This whole story gives me so much hope for the future.
Me too.
It shows that even when faced with all these challenges, human ingenuity and determination can win.
I agree.
That's something worth celebrating.
It is.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Inner Mongolia's AI oasis.
It does.
I hope you found it as fascinating as I did.
I did.
I always encourage everyone to keep learning, keep questioning, keep diving deep.
Would second that.
And we'll see you next time.
See you then.